Okay, so let's take a look at how D2L is set up for this class. When you come into the main page of the course, you're going to see a news item. I will update that news item very regularly. Please make sure that you check D2L every day in this class, as I will be using it as a primary means of communication. So how I have the main page set up is you'll see there's a link to your syllabus and there's a link to your course outline, and I also have my contact information listed here as well. Please make sure that you do not use D2L for my email, as I check my email frequently with my phone. So I will get back to you sooner if you use my DSU email. So let's go ahead and click on the course outline and take a quick look at the course outline. What the course outline does is the course outline allows you to access all of the lecture videos that we will be going through in class, tells you how long that they are, and also gives you some information on assignments and due dates on things that we will be doing this week. So you're going to want to make sure that you check the course outline regularly for any updates. I will post materials for the week by Sunday evening. You will have 2 due dates, usually one on Wednesday and one on Sunday. Okay, so that's the course outline. And you can also look at the syllabus here. It's in PDF format. Content is where I will be posting all of the course files for this class. We already looked at it when we looked at your OneNote lecture video. You'll see that this is where I'll be posting things, information you'll need, and it's going to look a little different from your perspective. Discussion board. We will be using the discussion board quite a bit in this class. Just due to the material in the class. If we were meeting regularly, we would have a lot of discussion. Just because we're in an online environment doesn't mean that that's necessarily going to change. We're just going to be doing a lot of discussion online. So what I'm going to ask you to do, and we will also try and meet a few times as a group synchronously, so at the same time. So we'll also try and have some discussions using some different tools together. But what I've done is I have placed each of you into a group, and there's a lot of students in this class, so it would have been a little overwhelming to have to have a discussion with all students in the class. So I put you into smaller groups. So the first thing you're going to see when you come to the discussion page is a frequently asked questions. If you have any questions, please go ahead and post them there. You can also email them to me. Otherwise, I want you to click on Week 1 Introductions. One of the assignments that you have for this week is to go ahead and post your introduction, and I want you to start posting things within your group only. So say, for example, you are in group 5. I want you to go in here and I want you to click on group 5, that first posting, and I want you to go ahead and hit reply. If another group member has already posted in there, you can reply to their message as well. But please make sure that you stay within your group, because I'm only requiring that you post an introduction and that you respond to your specific group member's introduction. It would be a little bit overwhelming if we would start the class off and you would have to read through the entire class's introductions trying to get to know each other. So we're going to focus on trying to get to know each other within your group, and also trying to facilitate groups and discussion within a smaller environment with a smaller number of people, just because it gets to be a little overwhelming if there's a lot of people all trying to discuss the same thing at once. So please make sure that you stay within your group. We'll see how this first week goes as far as how people are staying within their groups. Now, how I'm going to grade these messages. Usually I will be posting something that a discussion topic, discussion questions, those types of things at the beginning of the week. You will then need to discuss these different things within your group, and I will have specific due dates, and I can tell when you've posted based on when the post date is. And I will be going in, and as I read through your postings, I will be grading it, right? Grading your posting. The grade that you will get for that week is going to be your average grade for all of your postings. So if I require that you post twice and you do a really great job and I give you full credit, then you'll get the average for those 2. If you post more than what's required of you, you'll still get the average grade for those. So if you do better on your 3rd posting, that may bump up your grade. but I will be applying a grade to every posting that you do. So you need to really keep an eye on how well you're doing as far as posting. You know, if you post a one sentence response, you're not going to get a good grade on that. That's not something that I'm going to be looking for. That's not something that's contributing to the class, unless you are just posting a quick message. But you should already have 2 other messages that are substantive. So if you're just responding to somebody else, but you've already made some other really great posts, you know, then I'll take a look at it. But again, we'll work through kind of how the grading process goes, but you will be graded on your messages and the quality of your messages. So just writing "I agree" is not a good response. Okay? And we'll work through that a little bit more as we get into the class. The Dropbox, this is where I will be posting all of your assignments submission files. So if I'm asking you to submit a file to me through D2L, I will post it here. And I will try and put the week name on it as well. We will be having a few quizzes for this class for some of the chapters, so you're going to find those listed under quizzes. I don't have any of them listed now. I will also be posting grades in the grade section. We will be having some surveys. Most of the time we'll have a survey each week, and I will let you know when we talk about your assignments. The first survey is just a survey that allows me to get to know you a little bit better. Get to, for example, it lets me know if you have a webcam, those types of things. Then after the first week, we're going to do what I call course progress surveys every week. And at the end of the week, what I'm going to ask you to do is, just give me some brief feedback as to how class is going. Did you struggle with what we did this week? Did you have some specific problems or some questions that have come up? How are things working for you in this online environment? What did you have some problems with your group? Those types of things. Basically what I'm doing is, instead of just waiting until the end of the semester for you to give me your student satisfaction surveys, what I'm asking you to do is give me weekly feedback so that we can make some adjustments to the class. And again, they're probably going to be minor adjustments, but hopefully they can help you out. And just give you an opportunity to talk to me about some things that you may be struggling with in the class. So we'll have those each week, starting actually week 2. So I will change this week here, and they'll start on week 2. Okay, you'll also have, if you go in and you look under locker, I've created a locker for each group, and what the locker allows you to do is it allows you to store files that you may be sharing with your group. So say for example I ask your group to do some type of a group activity. We won't have a lot of group activities in this class, but say I ask you to share files or do that kind of thing, you can go ahead and share them within D2L and share them with each other. You can use some other tool like Google Docs if you want, and that's fine as well, but you do have that option. Okay, so that's kind of the basic outline of how I have D2L set up in this class.